Hey, Homestead, how the heck are you today? Yeah, my lighting's terrible. I know it sucks. Uh, anyway, yeah, you've heard me talk a lot about living in the what if mode on a homestead. And today we're going to dwell into that just a little bit. But this is primarily focusing on you ladies. And so, what you want to do is take some time and drag up a cup of coffee and sit next to the husband and let's go through this a little bit. Things you're going to need to know. All right? Back in just a minute. Hey, how are you? And this lighting is just awful, isn't it? And I don't know why. It's something to do with the phone I'm using. It is trying to adjust for lighting, and it really messes up. Anyway, let's get on with this. I think you see me. If not, leave a nasty comment. Anyway, uh, here's what I ran across the other day. And let me adjust this thing just a little bit. Uh, Boom. And see if we can help you out some on this. I was watching a lady who, sad to say, had recently been through a situation with her husband, and she didn't even know how to operate the tractor, the family tractor. Yeah, never been shown. Now she was kind of on her own with it. That happens way too often, folks. Guys, you assume you're always going to be there, but think about it for a minute. If you're running a farm, can your wife operate that equipment? Does she know how to operate that equipment? Okay? You don't know when God may call you home. You could just get sick and not be able to get out there and get your crop in. Be too sick to get out and show her how to. These are things you need to be working on now. Okay? Something simple is, hey, what breaker controls your well pump? Any particular quirks on that well pump? You need to educate her on what you're doing. Okay? In the military, they have a stance of where everybody learns everybody else's job. Why do they do that? Why does everybody in the unit know how to pretty much do everything that everybody else does? They may not do it as well, but they at least have the basics. Well, it's in a military unit. In combat, people die. It's that simple. People pass away in combat. And I use that term pass away as a nice term. They're going to catch a bullet, or they're going to catch a piece of shrapnel, or whatever, and somebody's going to need to step up and take their spot. What happens if you're driving home from work one day and a diesel truck goes out of control and you're gone? And your wife has never operated a tractor. She's never hooked up a piece of equipment. She doesn't know, what equipment does what. She has not a clue. That was always something you took care of. Okay, she's not sure how to blend the feed for your livestock. That's something you took care of. Okay? It's time for you to educate your wife. Okay, you don't want your homestead or your farm coming to a screeching halt because something happened to you. See what I'm saying? You want her to have to give up her dream because she doesn't know how to function on that homestead, how to function on that farm? Now, I've got some spunky subscribers, and I think a few of those ladies would go, yeah, watch me figure it out, dude. And I'm sure you would. But it is far better for you to learn from the guy who's doing it right now. Okay? Has your husband shown you how to operate a tractor, a front loader, skid loader, whatever, combine, whatever you got on your place? If not, you're going to want to press him into service. Say, I need to know how to run this thing. I know how. I need to know how. In case something happens. I need to know how I'm going to hook up a disc to the back of a tractor. How's that done? Don't just let him tell you about it, ladies. Get out there and do it. Okay? Because talking about it and doing it is a lot of times two entirely different things. You might want to do it a few times. Same time, you need to teach him how to bake bread, how to make himself biscuits and gravy if he doesn't cook, in case something happens to you, that he can feed the family. All right? That's the what if mode. Make sure that the people around you can do your job too. Make sure you can do their job. It's critical. I was listening to a lady who she couldn't even couldn't turn her own garden with a tractor because she had never been shown how to operate that. Okay? Don't be like that. You need to know. And trust me, a lot of times getting a piece of three-point equipment on the back of a tractor can sometimes be a real pain in the tush. But you need to know how to do it. And yeah, you may not be as fast as your husband whenever you get out there and start doing it. All right? But once you know how it connects and how to hook it up and how to be safe with it, if pressed into service, you can get out there and do it. And let's pray that nothing ever happens to your boy, and you never need to really do that. Every now and again, it might not be a bad idea to say, if we're disking this field out here, I want to do it. I want to know how to run that disc. I want to know how to run that planter. I want to know how to do these things. Okay? Become a true partner on that homestead. Because if something happens, it's going to be the difference between success and failure. You don't want to have to be hiring it out every time you need to get it done, because that's going to get expensive. And your profits will disappear in paying to have that stuff taken care of for you. And all because, I can almost guarantee you that there is not a woman sitting here listening to this video right now today who couldn't do it. All right? There might be a few of you with a handicap that might keep them from being able to do it, but that's would be very few of us. Okay? Most of you just don't know how to do it. Some of you do. And to you ladies, God bless you. Yeah? You're smart. You understand. You don't want to do it. It's a lot of work, right? Yeah, if you've done that sort of work, you know it's a lot of work. Okay? Can you ladies take a front loader and get out there and clean a pasture up with it? Or clean out a pond area? Or, move some dirt around that you need moved? Have you ever used one of those? You need to know how. Get out there and play with it. Have him show you how, and then get out there and play with it. Learn, learn, learn. It's critically important for you. Okay? It's critically important. If you've got things like silos and so forth on your property for grain storage, you got mixers for mixing feed and silage and things of this nature, ma'am, you need to know how to run that stuff. Okay? Now, I know it sounds like a lot if it all got dumped on you. Well, come on, I'm going to show you the entire farm operation. It'd be a bit much for a day's worth of learning. Take notes. Okay? In the technical fields that I used to be in, a lot of times I had, on projects, I would have a notebook that I'd carry around, and I would basically write down step 1, do this, step 2, do that, all the way through it, so that I could review that real quick, make sure I wasn't missing any of the steps. Okay. And so since you wouldn't be doing the job on a regular basis, might be a good idea to have that, so that if the time ever came you needed it, Oh yeah, I got the notebook on how to operate that tractor, how to hook up the different pieces of equipment, because some of them are different, folks. All right, learn, ladies. Okay, it can be the difference of success and failure. So I know a lot of you have already handled that lesson. You're already doing that. You already know too. For you ladies that don't, I was kind of shocked hearing that this lady didn't know how to even operate the tractor. Okay, that's not good. That's not good at all. What if your husband just broke a leg? Nothing real serious. Just broke his leg. You need to get your garden turned. Either you're going to wait until he's able to hobble around out there and get it done for you if you don't have a clue, or you go, okay, let me take my notebook pad, go out here and hook up a tiller and get this done. There's your options. Okay, let's keep moving forward because I can if I must. And then while he's hobbling around the house, I'd make a couple loaves of bread and maybe a nice pot of chili for you. Okay. You better know how to do that. What if you're laid up? Somebody got to feed the family, aren't they? Something to think about, folks. Learn to operate that equipment on that farm. You need to know everything your husband knows. You know how to do it. And he needs to know what you're doing. Okay? He needs to know how to can. He needs to know how to cook. All right? If there's any little quirky things with your stove or your refrigerator, he needs to know these things. He may not want to know them because he's going to be awful afraid that if he knows them, you're going to make him do them. Okay? Just to make sure he understands. Keep all your recipes in a certain area and show him where they're at. You know, it makes for the transition in tough times so much easier. But ladies, you need to know how to operate that equipment on your farm. It's critical. You need to know how to run a head chute, how to run cattle into a corral, things of this nature. Okay? It's important. Start learning, ladies. And just, you don't have to learn it all at once, but start learning. Put it as your things to do. I want to learn how to do this. Okay? And husbands, you should make it a point. Fellas, anything could happen at any time. While we all think we're invincible, we're not. I mean, you can pick up a newspaper out of any major city and see where a lot of people just died driving to work. It happens. It may not be your fault. Maybe the other idiot that just took you out. Make sure your wife is able to deal with that homestead. And she doesn't have to lose your dreams because you're not there anymore. Okay? This is Rick, Tennessee Homestead. Hope you found this kind of useful. But it is something you need to do. Folks, have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Love yous and appreciate yous, and I hope you're having a wonderful week. Take care.